Alright, alright there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news transfers and gossip. There's currently been a change of scenery since I last updated you on my last video. There's been a change of scenery. I don't dictate this, I just tell you what's going on around, and obviously I said we've got one player on the board at the moment. I do expect deals to be fully announced and confirmed this week, before the US tours, because it will be beneficial for Manchester United. But now I'm going to be fully updating you now on the latest news. Let's get straight on the talk of development. The first news is about Alvaro Morata. Yes, we've been in advanced talks with him for absolutely ages. Alvaro Morata. Currently, according to reports, him and his agent and the father have had showdown talks for 50 minutes to discuss about Alvaro Morata's future and that. And they're still at loggerheads with his value. We still don't know the estimated price that we could be paying for him yet. Obviously, Real Madrid have held out a price tag of £70 million. But I think we could end up paying around about £60 million. It's anything between £60 and £70 million. But things have been currently discussed, and it looks more than likely now. According to Morata, the deal is done, but it's going to be announced sometime this week. But it does look more than likely now that he's coming to Manchester United, which is fantastic news. And the past experience with Pogba and Mourinho, is very beneficial as well. And he's also 6'2". He's lethal in the air. He's a crucial asset. He's good at physical going around defenders, and he's said this for months. He's considering making a move to Manchester United. He's had a regular starts at Real Madrid. He's had a regular starts, and he knows under Mourinho he's looking for the reunion as well with Mourinho. And Alvaro Morata would be very, very crucial. And said he's good at going around defenders. And this looks realistically now that it is going to happen. So I presume sometime this week it will happen. It'd be essential that we essentially need that number 9 role as well for Alvaro Morata as well. And he's good at leading the lines as well, and he's good at getting through the channels. But yeah, talks have been held with his agent and his father. We've showdown talks for 50 minutes. And he also did rush off his honeymoon as well, to get back to Madrid, to prepare and get ready, to considering making a move to Manchester United. Obviously Madrid don't want him to leave, but Morata insists that he currently wants to leave. So yeah, it looks more than likely now anyway, guys. That looks realistic. But I did say that Manchester United do need more than one striker, because we do need a backup plan there, and we need them reinforcements. Ibrahimovic, who led the lines fantastically well last season with 28 goals. He's left now. It has been a privilege, delivering the goods at the right moments. And also, other players leaving. And Rooney, I presume he's staying now, according to the reports that I'd read yesterday also. But yeah, Jose Mourinho is his main priority is Morata, and he's also got another priority. He also wants Lukaku there as well. But latest news about Lukaku, well, he's been favoured with Chelsea for quite a while. We've been in the current race as well, but Lukaku, I said he's a big game bottler. He's not very consistent against the big teams. He's a big game flop, but he's a fantastic goal scorer last season. 37 appearances, 25 goals, and got quite a few assists in there. And he can lead the lines very, very well. I think his first touch is awful, but he's Premier League proven. And and I think with Lukaku, he wants to be challenging at the top. Be competitive, getting Champions League football or going for trophies and stuff. And he won't. I presume that he won't get that at Everton with Romelu Lukaku. And I do think he's still got 2 years left on his deal currently at Everton. And he's fully Premier League proven as well. He's been Chelsea in the past as well with Mourinho. He's been at West Brom in the past as well. So he's fully Premier League proven. So in that aspect, it would be beneficial. It wouldn't be one of my main priorities, as I said. His first touch is awful and that. But with Romelu Lukaku, the latest news that he's got a £100 million price tag out for Everton. I've got a £100 million price tag for Lukaku. They don't want less than that. But according to latest reports, this could be a sign that he could come to Manchester United. Currently, the reports I was reading about Romelu Lukaku were Lukaku, there was something on Instagram about this. It has what's it now? They're suggesting that there's been an Instagram story where Lukaku has been on the video, and his mate has got a Manchester United shirt on. Could that be a signal that he could be coming to Manchester United? But we know with history with Lukaku, he teases a lot of people. He teases people, so I wouldn't really fall for that. I presumably wouldn't fall for that. But there was currently an Instagram video that his friend or someone in a Manchester United shirt. So that could maybe be a sign that he does basically want to join Manchester United, as Chelsea have been emerged as front runners in there, you know, to get him on the board. But we'll have to see what happens. But I said we do need another striker as a backup plan beside Morata as well. Wait there, guys. Wait there. What's that fucking... That's alright, sorry about that. Yeah, let's get back onto the topic now. Sorry about that, I just heard something I shouldn't have heard. Yeah, about Lukaku, yes, it was an Instagram video. Currently a friend of his or somebody new, I think it was at a party or something, he had a Manchester United shirt on, and that could have been a signal sign that he could may want to make a move to Manchester United. I don't know, he's done it with Chelsea before, posting stuff on Instagram and all that, so I'm not going to fall too much into that. Anyway, let's get on with the other latest news. James Rodriguez, yes guys, we've been linked with him for quite a while, very versatile, got a wonder of a left foot, and we'd be adamant if he came to Manchester United, he'd operate in that number 10 role. But according to the reports, that Perez is basically blocking him a move. He's basically favouring James Rodriguez a move to Paris Saint-Germain, as James Rodriguez is on the French club's radar. But he's urged that he wants to make a move to Manchester United. Out of all the teams that have been heavily linked to him, he's insisted that he does want to make a move to Manchester United. But Perez has currently launched a bid out, you know, from equating, you know, the fee from the bid that Real Madrid bought him for in 2014, which was 65 million, I think it was, that they basically want Manchester United to pay that. Would Manchester United pay that? But I don't think one of Jose Mourinho's priorities is James Rodriguez. But James Rodriguez, I think last season he 22 appearances, 13 from stars, and scored 8 goals and got quite a few assists in there. But I think he missed out on the Champions League final, so I do think that James Rodriguez does want to make a move, and he's considering making a move to Manchester United. He has got good physical attributes. He's also very, very good in the air as well. But he said his preferred destination, if he was to leave, and the only team he'd come to would be Manchester United. So he's basically, if you can force the move, then force the move, which would be fantastic as well. So yeah, that's the latest news about James Rodriguez. And what's about Liverpool? They've also got Salah on the board, which is I think he's a good player, to be quite honest. He's a very pacey winger. He's very good in the air, very skillful. He's got fantastic genuine pace, as I said. And it looks like they've signed this Keita on the board as well. This Keita, he's only young, but he's got young talent. He's got good, fantastic experience. You know, he can press high up the pitch. He's got good, endless potential. He's got good speed. His work rate's absolutely fantastic. He contributes to his game well. Last season got 8 goals, 7 assists. But there's been the talks of Liverpool being after him for 60-70 million price tag that this team have set out. I can't pronounce. But he's also a dynamic box-to-box player. So basically, if Liverpool were to get him on the board, that would be I'm going to be honest, it would be a fantastic signing, because he's a box-to-box player. He's very creative, very precise on the ball, and I know he can progress because he's still only young as well. Probably voted one of the best central midfielders in the world. He's very good attacking as well. Also, he's good defensively as well. And he's good at breaking up the play, and he's got a load of good physical attributes, because I've watched him myself. He is a very talented player, so that's good for Liverpool as well. Not for me, because I hate Liverpool, but for their point perspective, it would be good for them as well. Yeah, and what's the other latest news? There's other latest news. Fabinho, yeah, according to reports that a 50 million bid, not 50 million, that Fabinho has currently rejected Barcelona, and he's currently rejected Paris Saint-Germain as well. I think Paris Saint-Germain had put a 39-40 million bid in for Fabinho, and it had currently been rejected. As for months and months that Damasio's announced this, that Manchester United are currently interested, he has currently said he'd will to play under Jose Mourinho, looking for that reunion when he was with Real Madrid on that loan deal. He's achieved fantastic well. He's very skillful, very good in the air, can break the play, very precise on the ball, was fantastic with Monaco last season. His work rate's fantastic, he establishes himself well, and he's very, very tenacious. He can also play as a converted right back as well. Last season, 55 appearances and 14 goals in all competitions, I think it was, and progressed fantastically well to the Champions League semi-final. But according to reports, he rejected a bid from Barcelona, but before it went off the boil, because we was more interested in Matic or Dyer, and all of a sudden, the Italian journalist reported that we was close to signing a deal with Fabinho, and then it went off the boil again. PSG had been in advanced talks with him. Then, and he was favoured to go to PSG, and then currently he'd rejected a bid. But he's basically put his point of view across as Fabinho and said he wants to make the Manchester United move. He's considering to make the move. He'd rather be Manchester United than our his rivals Manchester City. That's what he quoted out. And he does still, basically, we could still get him on the board that it's possible, because he insists that he still wants to make the move to Manchester United. When he told Brazilian TV, it was a tempting invitation. What's my squad role number going to be also? So I'd love Fabinho. He's got all them physical attributes to bring to Manchester United. So the Fabinho deal, presumably it could be still on about Fabinho. It could be still well and truly on. So we'll see what happens about that, guys. Yeah. Also, what's the other one I was on about? Yes, even Perisic could be still back on the cards as well. We could basically end up getting him for the cheap price. The estimated value that we wanted to get him for around about the 26 million mark. Obviously, Inter Milan were being stubborn. They wanted 44, 48 million pound. But obviously, they've been having financial troubles. They had to comply with their financial fair play. Did Inter Milan by the 30th of June. But I think they have done small deals in recent weeks, which has helped with that, because they need to raise money into their club, because new Chinese rich owners have took over Inter Milan. But I think even Perisic has currently said Inter Milan may be still looking to keep him, because he is good in the air, he is skillful, he has got some good physical attributes, he's physically good at going around defenders, he's got good genuine pace. So even Perisic would, and he's lethal in the air as well, and he would be still fantastic, so he could possibly still come. He's another one forcing his way through. Even Perisic has insisted that he does want to make the Premier League move, and I think he's keen of coming to Manchester United. So I do think that a few deals, guys, will be announced this week sometime. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But Lukaku could happen. So if we were to get Lukaku and Morata on the board, that'd basically cost. Look at that. Maybe 160, 170 million for them two strikers. Morata, I don't think he's worth 60, 70 million pound, but I want to get him on the board, guys. So anyway, we'll see what happens, and I presume players will be going as well. I do want Rooney to go. There's nothing else to develop. He can't offer us any more, so we'll see what happens about that. About Januzaj, I think we're going to sell him to Real Sociedad for about 10 million. Ashley Young and Smalling, I presume Jones, and I do want Fellaini to go. Whether he'll go or not, I don't know, but we know where the problems lie. We know where the problems lie. We need them creative winners. We need to strengthen that depth up in that midfield, and Mourinho has identified them key roles at midfield. That front line, that's the main areas that we need to expand on. And I still have concerns at that left back as well. And we've looked at a few left backs, but I said I still would give Luke Shaw another chance at that left back. You know, he's our advanced left back. You know, I'd still give Luke Shaw a chance there. Also with Herrera, I would push him up more. He'll probably get the captain's armband next season, you know. But he showed I have a lot of faith in Mourinho. Whether he gets in, I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of trustworthy in Mourinho, you know. With Herrera, it's fantastic that I rejected Barcelona, you know, for the sake of staying at Manchester United. A player for me who I highly rate. He's done fantastic under Mourinho. Players have improved over Mourinho, to be quite fair, guys. Same with Martial. He's only 21. He's one of the world's most expensive teenagers. He got praised and admired for his performance against Burnley last season. He was quite poor in some games, but on the left, he can develop himself more and give himself. He can offer more to Manchester United next season. Can Martial? I just couldn't see Mourinho sanction him to Arsenal, you know. And for him, I think he will stay on the left, will Martial. For him to come out though and publicly tweet like that, to pour cold water on the speculation, you know, was and say it was false rumours is fantastic from Martial's point of view. It's fantastic that, and and it does look like now, guys, that Lacazette is making a move to Arsenal. I think it's around £45-50 million. What? Alright. Lacazette, I think for Lyon, I think he's been there since 2010 or something like that. He's scored 100 goals in 203 appearances. I think he scored over 30 goals last season, so he's a highly rated player. I do like him. I've seen some of he's got good passing ability, he's very skillful, good at getting through the channels, also very good in the air, very aggressive, very composed, very energetic, got work rate. So that basically would be a decent signing for Arsenal in that asset. Also with the Alexis Sanchez, guys, I haven't looked further down the line into that just as yet about the Alexis Sanchez. I think it was going to be deciding more. Well, there were going to be more talks held after the Confederations Cup, which is over now. I haven't looked currently more into it. The first thing I said, he'd basically had a press conference with Claudio Bravo. I think he said he did currently decide on his future, but I can't tell you. So whether he'll be leaving to go to Manchester City or Bayern Munich have also been in there with him as well, I do not know. He's obviously looking for a reunion with Pep Guardiola after Sanchez had worked with him at Barcelona. But are Arsenal willing to get rid of Alexis Sanchez? Because, you know, they ain't got no Champions League football to offer Arsenal. I said it could go against them. You know, he did score 31 goals last season, did Alexis Sanchez, you know, very good in the air, very composed, fantastic player. You know, and he's very, very ambitious, you know, he's very aggressive, scores bag full of goals, good at getting through the channels. I think he plays in that number 7 role, that's his advanced role, but he can play in different positions as well, can Sanchez. But Manchester City have been in there, and Pep Guardiola is currently quoted that is his number one solution is Alexis Sanchez. I know he didn't expect of a player of his calibre to only win 2 FA Cups in 3 seasons with Arsenal, so I may be adamant he may go. Not quite sure what's going to be happening with Aguero yet, guys. I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, we'll see what happens about that. And as I said, the reason I said we need more than one striker in there, though, because if you say you're in a Champions League semi-final next season, there were signs last season as well, you know, if you're in a Champions League semi-final, or I'm not saying we will, I'm just saying, for instance, and one gets injured, say when we're at saying and you're relying on Rashford, he's got young talent experience, he's a good athlete, but he's not ready to lead the lines just as yet. So I do think we need a striker, you know, as a definite backup plan there, guys. Lukaku could still happen, as I just told you about that Instagram story, you know. The suggestions had been stirring up about this, that a friend of his, or he put a picture on of someone with a Manchester United shirt on, and but he has histories of teasing people as Romelu Lukaku, so I'm not going to fully commit to it. As I said, I'm not fully convinced that will happen. He won't be one of my main priorities with Romelu Lukaku, but he's got good physical attributes, and we need a player that's going to score them goals, create them clinical chances that we didn't take last season. You know, the squad rotation needs to improve, as I said. The home form needs to improve, as I said also. But I do think that we are alright at the centre-back. I think Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof will be a fantastic centre-back partnership as more things go on. I think there'll be a fantastic centre-back partnership. With Darmian, I think he's been linked to Juventus. I'm not quite sure. I think Mourinho, as I said before, is determined to keep Darmian. I think he's currently our second choice right back behind Antonio Valencia. And, I do think he will be maybe staying at Manchester United, Darmian, because he did establish himself well towards the end of last season, did Darmian. So I do think we'll be keeping him. But you know, these deals with Real Madrid that currently we're having with them, you know, I think deep down they still want David De Gea. And Real Madrid aren't going to say you can have some of our players and, you know, we're not going to get out in the return. That's how Real Madrid aren't like that. So Real Madrid aren't like that. So we'll have to see what happens. David De Gea has been house hunting Madrid before. He's born in Madrid, has relatives in Madrid, his girlfriend's in Madrid, so you may understand why he may want to go to Madrid. To be quite fair, I hope to God he doesn't go to Madrid. As I said, we need an alternative replacement for David De Gea in that goal. If David De Gea does leave, who's potentially the world's best keeper in the world. If I was to take a goalkeeper, if David De Gea was to leave, it would be Donnarumma. Because Joe Hart, he's a Manchester City player, he's a clown, and I don't think he's a good goalkeeper. So that's just my point of view on that. That's the alternative replacement option if David De Gea does go. But Donnarumma's fantastic. I think he could be now staying at AC Milan. He did say before he wasn't going to be signing a new contract with AC Milan. He's still only young, he's a good shot stopper. And he's a fantastic goalkeeper, if I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. He's a good goalkeeper, to be fair. I do like him and he would be my option if David De Gea was to leave. But he could now. I think the situation, you know, with the Instagram page said had been hacked. Then Naliola, the agent, had said he'd clarified the situation. I think since then they've held more talks further down the line, and I think Donnarumma maybe could be staying at AC Milan because Juventus have been linked to him. We've been linked to him. Real Madrid have also been in there as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens about that. I think what's happening with Dembele, I don't know. The news I heard about that he currently snubbed Barcelona off. So he could be available down the line. He plays fantastic for France. He's one of the highest prospects in the world. I said he's going to be in the top 2 or top 3. He's a fantastic player for Borussia Dortmund. His work rate, he's very efficient as well. Very, very efficient. And he would be fantastic with Dembele, a player of that calibre. And he's very, very Galactico and can score goals as well. So it just shows, you know, if these players are available at Manchester United, should be first there in the queue. Kylian Mbappe, guys, I'm not quite sure what's happening with him. He's probably one of the most efficient players in the world and in Europe as a youngster, so yeah, he'd be fantastic as well. I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening with him. I think Arsenal have been in there with £120 million swoop that they've put in for him. Of course, Real Madrid have been in there, you know, quite a few teams have been linked to, you know. He's attracted as a lot of high profile clubs as Mbappe. You know, so too as Keita, who Liverpool look like they're incentivized to get. He's attracted a lot of high-profile clubs as well. But his work rate's absolutely phenomenal. I've watched a lot of him. I'm going back to the subject of that. You know, to be fair, that will be a fantastic signing for Liverpool if I'm going to be quite honest with you. It will bolster their squad. It will dramatically improve their midfield. They've got Salah on the board, who's a winger, I think. And then they've got Keita. I think more things is going to be discussed with the management team. But I think that could happen now. And there's been talks of a contract weekly of around £130,000 a week or something like that. But that will dramatically improve Liverpool, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. Obviously, Manchester City have spent money on players already. They've got a Benfica goalkeeper, and yes, they've got Bernardo Silva as well. And if they're to get Alexis Sanchez on the board as well, you know, they'll look a bad threat next season, going into next season. But obviously, from our perspective, you know, Edward has got 4-year experience, and, you know, we just like, basically, to get the Mourinho with Chelsea, never lost a game at Stamford Bridge. He never ever lost a game at Stamford Bridge. He succeeded in transfer windows, you know. He succeeded in transfer windows. He's used to getting strong centre-backs in as well. He's had relations with strong centre-backs. But I have a lot of trust with Jose Mourinho. He just likes to get the job done early. You get the list and you get them players in. I do think he will get the players that he wants in Jose Mourinho. Negotiations just take time. and I do have a lot of time for Jose Mourinho. Obviously, all I'm sick of is these intense speculations, deals going on, we're agreeing terms, and then deals going off. But it's good that he's got youth into the team. He's got a few youngsters into the team, bolstering the youth academy up as well, because we have got a good youth academy. Also, Josh Harrop's left as well, so I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening with Chukwueze, to be quite honest, because I thought he did play well last season, in the last stage of last season. I thought he stood out fantastically well. He maybe could go out on loan somewhere. Maybe Pereira could go out on loan somewhere. Maybe Fossa Mensah could go out on loan somewhere. So, not quite sure what's going to be happening with that. But on the US tours, basically, guys, I don't want Wayne Rooney to be participating in US tours. I want him to leave. He's not even going to get in the England squad, and England is shocking in anywhere. He's had his years. He's been at the club over a decade. He's won every single domestic cup. He's the all-time top goal scorer is Wayne Rooney, so he deserves credibility for that. But what's more important, his career, move on to somewhere else, go on to another team, like maybe go back to Everton where it all began, maybe go to China or something like that. But he's currently on £300,000 a week, so that's what I mean. Stoke have been in there, West Ham have been in there, so what team's going to be able to afford these £300,000 a week? I don't know. I'd love the likes of Mata and Herrera to come on the US tours, because they're still our creative midfielders. Mata established himself well. He's very consistent. He's very clinical. He's Mata. I thought last season when he was injured, after his injury he looked a bit off the colour, but he's still very, very consistent. He's Mata, and Herrera was fantastic last season. They held that line fantastically well. But as I said, with Nainggolan, I'm not quite sure what's happening with him yet. I'd love Nainggolan. I really would like Nainggolan. He's another dynamic box-to-box player. He's another tenacious midfielder. He can dramatically improve your midfield. He's got good passing ability also, and he's got good work rate. His tempo to his play is fantastic as well, and he would be fantastic. I don't think a bid's being put out for him as yet for Nainggolan. We may not get Nainggolan. He may just end up staying at Roma with Nainggolan. But on the behalf though, there's a lot of teams in financial troubles, guys. As I said on my last video, there's about 10 teams that are in financial troubles, and I did read up about that. And yeah, so we've basically only got Lindelof on the board at the moment. But as I said, guys, don't stress. Bide your time. There's still over a month, I think, left of this transfer window still. And it did currently open on the 1st of July. We will get the players in that we want to get in. It just takes time, Jose Mourinho is basically encouraging himself, to get Lukaku, Morata on the board. But the next deal, I think, guys, that looks most likely that's going to happen. We've got Lindelof, as I said. I think Perisic. I think the second one's going to be Morata, and then I think it may be even Perisic. I think that's going to be the next two signings that's going to be fully confirmed. Morata looks the most realistic one out of all of them, but we'll just basically what Mourinho needs to do is take some responsibility, going for unrealistic signings as well, as we've done in the past and we've failed to get them, unrealistic signings that are not going to happen. I'll give you examples with Harry Kane, Robert Lewandowski. Unrealistic signings like Kane, Lewandowski. Who was the other unrealistic signing that we went for? I think we've gone for quite a few, to be quite fair, guys. But unrealistic signings are not going to happen, guys. They are not going to happen, so we shouldn't really bother with that. Lukaku could still happen. Belotti, haven't heard much about him, as he did score 26 goals last season. He's a high prospect as well for Torino. I do really highly rate him, but there's not been much news going on about him recently. I'm going to have to look more into that about Belotti as well. What else? So yeah, basically, guys, that's about it for today. And yes, before I go, the Matic. Is that still on? I think the deal is still delayed depending on Chelsea's pursuit of Bakayoko, who does look like on the cards now that he's going to Chelsea for £35 million. Matic, he doesn't complement the likes of Fabinho, your Herrera, your Pogbas, but with Matic, he has reservations about his game. He had a lot of regular starts this season with Chelsea. He only made like 3-4 appearances, did Matic. He's done well in the past, as Matic, but Carrick in his prime is so much better than Matic, and plus Matic is easily predictable as well. And there were talks around about £40 million. We'll know more as it goes further down the line. With Matic, I wouldn't be ecstatic if he came. I wouldn't be ecstatic, but if we had someone else there with Matic, say maybe Nainggolan, your Fabinhos, it wouldn't be too bad because we'd have Matic would be there. We'd have backup plans and we'd have other alternative options, So it wouldn't be that bad. And Carrick's good there, as I said, as a backup option, so it wouldn't be that bad, guys. Anything else to say? So yeah, basically the teams I'm aware that I've spent money in the Premier League is at the moment. I think have Chelsea got a play on the board yet? I think Diego Costa is set to leave as well. I heard may do, may not do. Chelsea look like they're in pursuit of back. Obviously, Manchester City have signed Bernardo Silva. They've signed a goalkeeper as well. I think they could be getting Dani Alves on the board. I heard talks about that as well. Juventus looking for an alternative replacement. Whether that's changed rumours or not, I don't know. Who else has spent? I think Everton are looking to spend big this summer. I think they have bought a player or two, haven't they, on the board of Everton? Who else has spent? Arsenal, I think they're in the necessity to get Lacazette on the board as well. Liverpool, of course, have got Salah on the board. They're looking like they could be getting that Keita on the board as well. Sorry, guys, I've pronounced his name wrong. So, yeah, and Tottenham, I don't think they've bought anyone, or they might have done, I'm not quite sure. But we're going to be bolstering our squad. City are going to be spunking money out. Chelsea are going to be, dramatically improving their midfield as well. They're going to be bolstering the squad. Arsenal probably going to be bolstering their squad. You just got transfer negotiations do take time, guys, and I presume basically later on that more things will update. So when more things update, I will be notifying you guys about that. But Morata, sometime this week, I should presume it will be fully announced. The value, as said in the past, bids have been rejected. Madrid, playing they've been playing hardball in this situation, and it could be 62 million we could pay for him. It could be 70 million, as what did he say? Perez said. Basically, Perez said before, didn't he? He did say before, did Perez, that they want him full negotiations, and he currently rushed off his honeymoon. He'd had his wedding, congratulations, and that he basically wanted to urge a move to Manchester United. He does want to come to Manchester United. He knows he's going to establish himself well. He knows he's going to get first team football, because at Real Madrid he's not going to get it, because Real Madrid, Ronaldo is built all around Real Madrid, and Benzema doesn't score that many goals either. So, and also with Gareth Bale, not quite sure what's going to be happening with him, guys. He's Galactico. I think he's insisted he does want to make a move to the Premier League. I think Real Madrid are willing to let Gareth Bale leave as well. So I think we should be in there in the queue. But I don't want us to, to go too mad spending a lot of money on a player that ain't worth that kind of money, guys, if you get what I mean. And that's what I said. I can't see Real Madrid, getting rid of a couple of their players to Manchester United or whatever and not expect a return. I still think deep down, they've called their interest in David De Gea a few times. But I still think deep down they want David De Gea. They've been interested in him since 2015, and yeah, I don't want David De Gea to go. I do not want David De Gea to go. And I said we need a goalkeeper there if David De Gea does leave, guys. So, yeah, guys, I don't know if I can see basically Manchester United signing a left back. I don't know if we could sign a left back. We've been in for a few, as I said, but I have concerns. I have slight concerns. Not the most essential position, but I still have slight concerns there. And we need that pacey winner, a pacey winner who's got talent, experience, and someone that can beat a fullback, as we've lacked before, And Martial, it's fantastic that he's going to get the help and support that he needs for that winger, whoever it is going to be. Looks like it could be Perisic now. So we'll have to see what happens about that, guys. But anyway, guys, when more things update, I will be notifying you guys about that. So I hope you enjoyed my time and company today. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, as I said, and take it easy, and I'll see you later on, guys. Bye.